Welcome guys. In this video we will be discussing about protoplast culture, right? So before starting with protoplast culture, we will be discussing what is meant by protoplast. Protoplasts are naked plant cells without the cell wall, but they possess plasma membrane and all other cellular components. Okay, now let us see what is the process of somatic hybridization. Protoplasts of different species can be fused to generate a hybrid, and this process is referred to as somatic hybridization, or they are said to be as protoplast fusion. And one more interesting phenomenon is known as hybridization, which means the fusion of a normal protoplast with an enucleated protoplast that results in the formation of a hybrid or cytoplast. Now let us discuss about the methods of isolation of protoplast. Generally, there are two methods which include mechanical method and the other one is enzymatic method. We will be discussing them one by one. The first one is mechanical method. Protoplast isolation by mechanical method is a crude and tedious procedure. This results in the isolation of a very small number of protoplasts. In this diagram, let us see how the protoplasts have been isolated from leaf epidermis. In the first step, a small piece of epidermis from a plant is selected. Then the cells are subjected to plasmolysis. So what is plasmolysis? It is a process in which cell loss water in hypertonic solution. This causes protoplasts to shrink away from the cell walls. So in the final step, the tissue is dissected to release the protoplast. This slide illustrates the overall steps that we have discussed earlier. Isolation of plant tissue, cells plasmolysis, microscope observation of cells, cutting cell wall with knife, release of protoplasm, and then finally collection of protoplasm. There are some limitations for the above set, which includes yield of protoplast and the viability is low. It is restricted to certain tissues with vacuolated cells. And the last one, the method is laborious and tedious. As we have already mentioned that there are two methods, we will be discussing about the second method, that is enzymatic method. The enzymatic isolation of protoplast can be carried out by two approaches. The first one is two-step or sequential method. In this, the tissue is first treated with pectinase to separate the cells by degrading middle lamella. These free cells are then exposed to cellulose to release protoplast. Then the pectinase breaks up the cell aggregates into individual cells, which cellulose removes the cell wall proper. Next approach will be the one-step or simultaneous method. This is the preferred method for protoplast isolation. It involves the simultaneous use of both the enzyme macroside and cellulose. Now let us see the role of cellulase and pectinase. Cellulose is required to digest the cellulose cell walls, and then pectinase degrades the middle lamella. I have also included some of the other enzymes like hemicellulase, diacellase, macerozyme, pectolyase that the tissues may require. This slide illustrates the overall steps that we have discussed earlier. Leaf sterilization, removal of epidermis, plasmolyzed cells, treating with pectinase, release of isolated cells, protoplasm released, treated with cellulase, isolated protoplasm, or else with the combination of two enzyme pectinase plus cellulase, we can go for releasing the protoplasm. Let us see the major steps involved in the isolation of protoplast, its culture and regeneration of protoplast into new whole plant in this diagram. We will be starting off with a new plant. Now the leaf is taken and sterilization, and following it epidermis is peeled off from it. Then the cells are plasmolized. Plasmolized cells are kept in enzyme mixture. In the next step, cell wall is digested by the enzymes and the protoplast is now released. We will be plating those, and later on cell wall is regenerated. Once the cell wall is regenerated, callus is developed. Then differentiation of callus tissue occurs, and further plantlets are derived from protoplast, which emerges as a new plant. In this slide, let us see about the purification of protoplast. So the protoplasts are filtered through a nylon mesh with 64 micrometer to remove undigested tissue, cell clumps and cell wall debris. Then it have been transferred to a centrifuge tube and spin at 75 G for 5 minutes. Then the debris supernatant is carefully removed. Then the protoplasts are carefully resuspended in culture medium, and the process is repeated 3 times. Protoplasts are examined for density and viability. So in this slide, let us see the several methods to check the viability of the protoplast. So the first one, FDA, that is fluorescent diacetate staining method. The dye accumulates inside the viable protoplast, which can be detected by fluorescence microscopy. Phenolsafranine stain is selectively taken by dead protoplast, while the viable cells remain unstained. The next one, exclusion of Evans blue dye by intact membranes. Measurement of cell wall formation, that is CFW, which means chalcofluor white, which binds to the newly formed cell walls with emit fluorescence. Oxygen uptake by protoplast can be measured by oxygen electrode. Photosynthetic activity of protoplast, the ability of protoplast to undergo continuous mitotic division. So this is a direct measure. I hope all of you would have understood the concept of isolation and culturing of protoplast. Thank you all.